These are my favorite makeup products for a quick everyday look. Starting with a 5-minute, actually maybe 2 or 3-minute makeup look with only 2 products. The key here is to find something that works for multiple areas of the face. So this is the Merit Blush Balm and I have the old packaging. I am actually close to using it up and there is a lot of product here to begin with. Not only to use it as my blush, just swipe and dab, but also you can dab it on your eyelids to create a little bit of that flushed and pinky eyelid look. You can also use it on your lip to create a very subtle everyday your lip but better look. Balm products like this tend to not last for a long time, but at least with the Merit blush balms, they do a good job in lasting at least half a day. So I'm quite happy with the payoff of this, and because it's so small, I can also just carry it with me in my bag if I want to touch up throughout the day. And the only other product I will use every day is a brow product. e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. It's got the retractable pencil on one end and it's actually not super thin, which is the key here. I kind of like the almost blurry, not super defined brow look. It's really quick to put on and it's also really natural looking. So whether I'm going for an everyday look or slightly fancier look, this is so versatile in fitting all occasions. And it's got the spoolie on the other side. I actually have this in a brown color, auburn color. I used to wear the black version of this, but I feel like having it just a shade or two lighter than my natural black hair color makes the look a little bit more soft and everyday friendly. With these 2 products, I can pretty much put my face on in 2 minutes. If I'm putting on more of a 10-15 minute everyday look, then the key here is to find a palette that works for your entire face. Before the face palette, I want to give a little bit of a shout out to my Chanel powder. I have mentioned multiple times at this point that this thing smells like saliva. I truly don't know why, still don't know why. Perhaps it's expired, perhaps it's just how it naturally smells like, but it does give a very natural face finish. Now you would notice that in my 2-minute look, I don't actually put anything on my face. I just put on sunscreen and then use these 2 products every day. But if I want to even out my skin tone, especially in the warmer weather, if I want to control the oiliness of my skin, I would actually just go for some sort of powder. I'm not super picky about my skin having to look perfect, so I don't even use a concealer most of the time. I now don't even like the feeling of really heavy full coverage foundation, so something that controls the oiliness of the skin as well as gives just a tiny bit of finish. It almost adds a little bit of a veil on the face. That is more than enough for me. So for the full face palette that really works on pretty much all areas of the face, I have 2 favorites. They're both not cheap. However, with these, I found myself stop reaching for any of my other eyeshadow palettes or bronzer or blush or highlighter. They are truly all-in-one products. Starting with the Chanel Jour de Lumière face palette. This one I featured in my beauty and the books video, and I actually put on my makeup with this palette, which is just the perfect spring summer friendly palette that has pinky hues, more bronzy hues, highlighting options. Your entire face will be taken care of with this palette. Doesn't have the strongest pigmentation, but that also means you can build it on pretty easily. I just love the pearlescent sheen to these shades. I feel like in your entire makeup collection, you just need this one palette and you'll be able to tackle pretty much all occasions. For this look today, I'm actually using the other palette, which is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked in the Dragon edition. So this came out as part of their holiday palettes at the end of last year, and I actually failed to snatch it up when it was still available. So I bought this secondhand, and that's how much I love this palette. Let's first talk about the beautiful Dragon packaging. It is just a piece of art. You've got blush options, bronzer, finishing powder, and highlighter, but really you can mix and match and use it all over your face. I use every single shade to put together this makeup look, and it just gives you the most natural yet also slightly glowy and very kind of smoothing effect on your face. It truly looks like your skin is glowing from within, and it's not super shiny given I have combination skin. Something about the finishing powder not only like controls the oil but also brings out the glowiness of the skin. There's something magical with these powders for sure, and I feel like with this palette I am all set with Hourglass. I've unlocked all of their hero products in this one palette. I know that every year they come out with limited edition palettes like these. This is probably the best bang for your buck. These are $90, and just wait until around like Black Friday time. They sometimes go on sale for up to 20% off. Between these two, I feel like I don't really need both. If I were to only pick one, I would still go for the Chanel one. For the eyes, I don't really have favorites. I usually just grab whatever I have on hand. Some sort of liquid eyeliner and some sort of mascara. In the lip department, I have been loving these two lately. The Dior Lip Glow in the shade 012 Rosewood. This is the really famous line that's been around for, I feel like, over a decade even. And it's one of the OG kind of moisturizing, juicy, tinted lip balms. It's what I'm wearing now. It has the most natural finish and it's very comfortable. The key is it is actually hydrating, and compared to some of the other juicy tinted lip balms, I feel like this one is the best combination of giving off the juicy look but also doing something that's good for your lips. Another recent favorite is the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm. This is in the shade Cherry, I believe. It does have a cherry scent. Not my favorite scent. I actually just wish these don't have any scent, but I do really like the color payoff of this. In fact, let me just add it on to my lips. It's a little bit more pinky and red, and it gives almost a glassy, like super juicy finish. I will say that between these two, this is more everyday and this makes my lips feel the best, but the Summer Fridays is pretty high quality too. I believe it also has good ingredients for your lips. So between these two, especially in the warmer month, I really don't wear really heavy lipstick and then layer on a lip gloss. These two really give you that glossy, juicy, and really healthy lip looks. Let me know in the comments what's your favorite makeup for a quick everyday look.